Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you a quick movie review. This time we're going to be talking about a French-Belgian movie, a French-Belgian horror movie called The Pack. It's also titled something else in French I'm not going to try and pronounce right now. I found this on DVD at my local video store, it's called FYE, you might have that around too. Found this there for, I think it was $5-10 or something like that. And, the premise just sounded like a good, simple horror romp that I might enjoy, casually. It came out back in 2010. It was directed by Franck Richard and stars, I'm going to butcher these names, but Yolande Moreau, Émilie Dequenne, I can't pronounce the names. But basically, I'll just read the info to you off the wiki here. The film was about Charlotte and Max, who come across the restaurant. After Max disappears, Charlotte returns later to find him and gets herself trapped in a cage by the restaurant owner, who has a pack of cannibals with her. But it turns out to be the guy called Max. He's the old lady's son that, takes the girl prisoner. And he's like this hitchhiker at the beginning of the movie. And for some reason, Charlotte lets him in her car and even lets him drive at one point while she naps. So immediately there's some, terrible mistakes made in this movie. There's also this old sheriff around named Janeski. He's a retired cop. And, he's trying to look into it. He's the only sort of semi-decent person in the movie besides Charlotte. So what did I think of the movie? It was okay, I guess. I was expecting it to be a little bit more exciting than what it actually was. I'm fine with slow burn, slow building horror movies that rely on suspense and just subtle little elements throughout. But this didn't really do that. It was honestly kind of boring, and it felt lifeless. A lot of it felt lifeless. I'm not sure how else to describe it. It just felt very hollow. The acting was okay, I guess. I did watch it. They're in a different language, so I watched it with subtitles. I didn't really want to go through it with a dub or something like that. The acting was okay. I think it felt a little non-genuine sometimes, though, as far as the acting goes. It felt like really cheap. I know it probably had a low budget, and that's not necessarily an issue either. There are some of my favorite horror movies like Ginger Snaps had a very low budget, among others. But it just felt cheap, and I didn't feel like they were really putting much effort into it. The actress who played the old lady, Yolande, I think she did a decent job. She did come off semi-creepy at times, so I'll give her a little bit of credit there. And I thought the guy who played the retired cop did a decent job, but he was sort of just randomly dealt with, and that was it. He got his head taken off by a pitchfork. As far as these cannibals, these mutated ghoul type things, they actually looked okay. That was probably the best part of the movie. Pretty simple design, but as far as the makeup on them and stuff, it actually looked pretty good. I'll say that. And I did like the setup at the end of the movie where they're trapped in the cabin with the bikers who had tried to rape her earlier. Another bright idea. It is semi-intense, with all of them slowly surrounding the little, building that they're in. But even that, it just doesn't really work. It just, again, comes across as lifeless, kind of boring and dull. I didn't really enjoy this. Luckily, it had a short runtime. That's another good thing about this movie. It was only about 86 minutes. And the ending is, kind of odd, too. Charlie gets a chance to shoot the old lady at one point, but she's wearing chainmail, so she survives. And then at the end, it seems like Charlotte's finally pinned down by the ghouls and everything, and has her leg, started being bitten and everything. And then we see her at the end, so apparently the ghouls hang her upside down with her leg off to eat later on the next time they come out, I guess. It was just kind of odd because they sort of throw you for a loop at the end. They sort of trick you with what actually happens when they switch to her hanging there, because at first it seems like they like cursed her, made her into the new lady to watch over them, but then they cut to her hanging. So I don't know. So like I said, the acting was just okay. The old lady did a decent job though. The rest of it just came across like ungenuine, or I don't know. Sorry, I can't think of the term for it right now. And just like a lot of setup for it, just felt like amateur, like cheap porn acting almost. I don't know how else to describe it. It just wasn't very good. I was hoping for just a decent time with it, but I didn't really get it. Was it worth the money? Not really, but at least the ghouls or the cannibals or whatever they were, they looked alright. Let me know what you guys thought about this if you actually seen it. And yeah, so fine. Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.